We're back once again with Jiu-Jitsu cult leader Craig Jones, and he's visiting the biggest Jiu-Jitsu cult on Earth, 10th Planet. Let's see what magical Jiu-Jitsu creatures we can find and if Craig can beat them all. First off, we have B-Team Dave. Craig Jones looking to invert and backstep on a leg, but B-Team Dave able to extract the knee line. Craig coming up on top to pass. Now watch how Craig keeps his left arm really tight when he's monitoring that knee, and he keeps the head inside the shoulder. That makes it hard for Dave to reach over and get access to the Kimura grip. So instead, Dave's going to try and take Craig to the 10th planet by strapping him in close to his crotch. He reaches over his ankle and cups the front of the deltoid, strapping Craig in for the ride. But look how Craig is denying that right knee, keeping the space open for him to stay safe. Dave looking to go to the other side and reach over with the opposite arm, looking for some weird type of guillotine, but Craig puts pressure on the knee with a dog bar and Dave has to abandon the position. Craig continuing to pass. Now watch this next sequence. Craig's going to use his left arm as a post on the mat, and watch his right leg. He's going to extend the bottom leg and pummel his left leg inside, pinning, and he's going to look to step over the hip with the floating pass. Dave doing a nice job just denying that right leg. Craig here has two options. He can either step over his left butterfly hook or he can pummel to the inside, but Dave countering with the shoulder clamp. Craig standing up. Dave's going to enter into the reverse de la Riva. Craig putting the left knee on the floor. He's going to go for a tripod sweep on the far leg, but unfortunately the earth is flat, so Craig's able to keep his balance to stay on top. Dave curious to see if he can look up Craig's shorts, and he looks to go for the kiss of the dragon, but Craig's going to pull that knee through and look for a lat knee bar. Dave able to keep the knee line free, pushing on the hamstring, and he's able to stay safe and start working up to his base. Craig, the type of person who always takes advantage of a man who turns his back to him, and he's able to insert both crab hooks. He's going to roll through. Dave's going to look for a last minute toe hold, but Craig just pummels that left hook in, and he doesn't necessarily need that right leg free because he can just put the third hook in while he's trying to attack the neck. Now look how he's crawling that right hand across the chin and he's turning the neck. That's going to force Dave to abandon the toe hold to try and defend the neck. Now watch how Dave tries to hip out over the top of the bottom hook, but Craig changes the angle and locks up a full body triangle, demonstrating the importance of control over submission when it comes to the back. Now, as you can see, the body triangle gives Craig a lot of control over the hips. That's going to free him up and allow him to use both of his arms to attack the neck. But after about 2 hours, Dave's able to free himself and turn to his knees. Now watch this insane entry. Craig's got the body triangle and he builds up to his elbows. B-Team Dave, naive to what's about to happen, he reaches over the waist with the left arm, and Craig gets a scoop grip with the left arm and starts locking up the boogie choke with the right. And it's pretty much over here for B-Team Dave. Wearing your B-Team rash guard to show loyalty to Craig means absolutely nothing. He will still finish you with a boogie choke regardless. Now having long arms and long legs really helps for the boogie choke, but what's more important for Jiu-Jitsu is having mobile and flexible hips and shoulders. That's why I created an 8-week full body mobility program just for grapplers. Each session only takes around 15 to 20 minutes and you don't need any equipment. It's on sale right now. Just follow the link down below and get yourself a program that guarantees results. Craig able to invert from the reverse de la Riva and he's controlling both the legs of Dave. Now watch how he slides that left foot behind the butt crack. He's going to kick that right leg through, looking to lock up the saddle, but Dave puts his knee to the floor and inverts all the way out. Flat earth Dave looking to come up for the top position, but Craig uses the reverse tight waist and he's able to hit his classic octopus guard sweep. Craig stepping the left leg over and riding Dave's top leg. Dave able to get the knee out and it turns into a butterfly hook. Dave coming up on top and Craig's going to send him all the way to the 10th planet, but flat earth Dave knows the earth is flat, so he's able to roll back to his knees. Dave cautiously approaching the guard of Craig Jones. Craig's going to lock into the reverse de la Riva and he's going to invert through the legs one more time. But this time Dave's going to sit his hips back, but that's going to expose the far leg. Craig popping the knee over to the other side and he locks up straight into a heel hook. And curious Dave at the sideline there looks like he has literally had his mind completely blown. Craig's going to lie on his side temptingly and Dave's going to have another pop. And look how relaxed Craig is. He must have been tasting a little bit of that indica before the training session. Craig getting a little bit distracted here. He may be hallucinating. It must be all the colors on Dave's rash guard, and he's going to go for the hip switch pass. He's able to pass around the guard of Craig. Craig going for the underhook and looking to build up his base. Dave able to lock up the front headlock. Craig gets the 2-on-1 and strips the grip. Dave looking to run around the back, but unfortunately he falls off into the bottom position. Craig postures up and he's going to give Dave space to lock up the closed guard. This is where Craig feels most comfortable, locked between the legs of a guy in lycra. Flat earth Dave looking for the pinch headlock, trying to pull the head down, but Craig's going to express his dominance in front of all the Daves watching, and he gives Flat earth Dave an opportunity to do whatever he wants. And the first thing that Dave goes for, Craig looks to counter it and goes straight for the back. Dave defending with the toe hold, but Craig doesn't tap to toe holds. He's going to build up to his knees and lock in that top position. Dave's going to try and push Craig away, but look how he uses that 2-on-1 to pin the wrist to his chest. That allows him to close the distance, and he's going to get the cross face with the right arm. Now he's pinning Dave's hips towards the left hand side, and he's driving the head towards the right. That's going to force Dave to want to untwist his spine, which opens up the mount position for Craig. And Craig, once he's in mount, he likes to let people struggle underneath him just to see what kind of reaction he can get. This time Dave trying to trap the ankle and look to work towards half guard, but Craig's going to lock up a Nogi Ezekiel, pummeling back to the mount position. And look how Craig slides his knees back and drives his hips into this choke. That's going to make it really hard for Dave to bridge and off balance, which would force Craig to put his hands to the mat and release him from the choke. So Craig eventually gets the tap, and everybody watching from the sideline approves. Flat Earth Dave's going to have another go. Third time lucky, let's see if he can get it done. Circling from a distance, Dave's going to look for his opportunity to pass. Craig blocking Dave's movement by controlling the leg. Dave's going to go for the hit switch, but this time Craig gets the underhook and elevates him over with a butterfly hook. Craig just staying on all fours, giving Dave an opportunity to work. He's a little bit confused, but he decides to throw that leg over and look to go into the saddle, but Craig's just going to roll through, get that left knee to the inside of the hip, pummel the foot to the inside. Dave trying to roll through, but Craig able to maintain chest to back connection. He's going to pummel that left leg all the way across and lock a bottom side body triangle. Craig setting up the trap there for Dave. Dave took the bait, went for the leg lock, and Craig took advantage, and he was able to get the knee wedge back take. After a while, Dave decides to try and turn up towards turtle. Craig following up to the belly down position, and he locks the choke over the top of Dave's chin. Dave rolling through to try and relieve the pressure, but Craig's going to apply the shake technique and forces Dave to tap. Now we're going to finish this Craig Jones and 10th Planet session off in a part 2, but if you want to see Craig rolling with some more Daves and applying some crazy submissions, you should check out these other videos that I made right here.